locked up for 12 years have in common? You're both single. When Wujin was a kid, he was locked away by this raving lunatic who called him a monster. But why did he call him a monster? Didn't you hear that he's a raving lunatic? In his captivity, Wujin did all kinds of work like gardening, farming, etc. and would get beat up a lot. And in his sleep time, he'll get locked in this shed or whatever, filled with a lot of books. Little by little, he started reading the books, and 12 years later, he had completely read every single one of them. So he's smart as hell now. And that's when he makes his escape. Soon the police arrive at the lunatic's house and arrest him, and Wujin returns to his family. But 12 years locked up had done some irreversible damage to him, and he had developed an evil alter ego who revels in violence and deception. But he wants to live a normal life, and gosh darn does he try. He enrolls in a university, talks with people, and even gets his own friend group. And for some deeper plan to protect his family, he starts to work with the police. Enter Detective Kim. He's the detective who rescued him and who Wujin grows the most close to, if I can even use that phrase. I'm sure it's just part of his grand plan or something and it's calculated. 12 years must have taught him not to move based on emotions and feelings. Anyway, he helps the police to solve a lot of cases and teaches us as the readers a lot along the way. It's safe to say at this point that he teaches way more useful knowledge than Dr. Stone, and I stand on that. Let's dive into some of the cool stuff he's done and maybe some interesting cases he's been involved in as well. He manipulated events so a rich girl will expose a fake rich boy who was going to cause problems in their friend group. So here's how it went. This guy, Jungun, was in Wujin's class bragging about how good he is at trading to his friends. Then he heard Wujin talking about trading too. And because there were some cuties with him, Jungun got envious. So he came up with this fake ass smile and tried to put him down. But who is Wujin? Of course, he tore the guy down to his insecurities, invited him to a gathering with a real rich girl, and then manipulated events to embarrass him. And at the end, Jungun couldn't even lift his head up and just left the friend group alone. The way the bully Jungun unraveled was so funny too. Bro just started tweaking out from nowhere, and from then on he avoided Wujin and the group. He fried his course mates and lecturer just to boost his group score. So this is how it went. Wujin and his friends had a group project to present at school, and his friend Mansu tried to play smart and play rock paper scissors for who would present for the group. He had never lost before. Then they played, and he lost and became like me in my first middle school presentation. Lord, but in my defense, it was so impromptu and I didn't have anything to present. Anyway, Wujin knew how nervous Mansu was, so he had to do something. When it was time to present, this guy came out all confident and actually presented very well. But as he finished presenting and routinely asked if there were any questions, not expecting any, Wujin hit him with a combo of death. Please explain how individuals acting for selfish motives can impact the market as a whole. Specialization, increased efficiency, economic growth, evidence, context, driving force, decouplings, both flaws, solutions. Even the professor had to move back so he wouldn't get in the crossfire. And at the end, this is how the guy looked. And then Mansu went and did his thing. Oh, I didn't even realize this guy was the third weight bully from the last one. It's Jungun. Now, seems like Wujin won't stop picking on this guy. He rebranded Mansu's brother's shop to raise his popularity. First, Mansu brought Wujin to his brother's toast shop, and after just a single meal, Wujin wrote down a whole plan to better the restaurant, changing the name to Brain Food to draw in studious students and parents with high expectations, and then he used people's curiosity of his captive story to drive customers to the toast shop. By the way, anyone notice how Wujin is just Jinwoo rearranged? I wonder what it means. So apart from these cases, he's also involved in a lot of murder cases as well, if you like those. So all in all, it's basically a psychological mystery manhwa that has slice of life elements and real life knowledge like this. As Wujin keeps gaining allies left and right, from a shop owner to a future tycoon to a successful detective, we are taking step by step in his plan to extend his network and protect his family. The story is really enjoyable and gets you invested just like other murder mysteries, but this one is a bit different and special. By the way, the way he's pressing this prosecutor in the latest chapters is pure gold. Give it a read and tell me what you think in the comments. So I give it a double hired bones. That's a W. Like and sub. Ban crew, we out.